Okay, hi class. I wanted to make a little video about Topic1DQ1 just to get you started. The first thing you're going to do is put your name here where it says put your name here. That's going to unlock the rest of the sheet. Anytime you see these sheets that are grayed out like this, it means you need to usually enter your name somewhere. Sometimes people put it in the wrong place. It's got to be specifically where it's asked for it to work. Then it makes this whole sheet show up correctly. Okay. This is the template you should be using. If you're using a template that's got some little colored cells over here, you're using the template that's built into Halo, but not the one I want you to use. So my templates have some extra history mechanisms turned on. For example, if I click on this, it has this highlight changes thing turned on, and I expect that to be on when I actually grade your work. And also, let's see, sometimes the sheets are protected. This one's not currently protected. But if those things are set, I expect those to stay set. Anyway, we give you one example done here. Okay, so this problem here has a formula. It has some information over here. Okay, and then we're supposed to put the information into here in various ways. Okay, this is also described in the extra help and instructions post. And then here we have a formula. See, when I click on that cell, I can see this formula. And if I click here, it even indicates by color which cells are used. So A20 is in blue, you see it's highlighted in blue. B20 is in red, it's highlighted in red, right? So you can kind of see that. Okay. Up here in our legend, we tell you what needs to be in what. So green, you're going to have numbers. Blue, you're going to have text. And these gold color formulas, you're going to have gold color cells, you're going to have formulas, always formulas. And if you don't put a formula, then you won't get credit, and I'll ask you to redo it. Okay, so this one's already done for you as an example, and you can click in here and see what's there, and click in here and see what's there. Let's actually work through this next one, and hopefully that'll be enough to get you finished with the rest. And this next one is also described again in the extra help and instructions post. I sort of go through exactly what needs to be put in this box right here. That is assuming you keep things in exactly the same order. So I'm going to do that here too. So the inputs here, so we see that we have a P, R, N, and T in that order. I'm just going to keep that order up there. Okay, so first you're just going to put those parameters, and you don't really need that equals question mark, just put the name. This is not really so important, just for you. And then the amount we're going to get is the amount, and we call this a function of t, so a of t, like that. Okay. Now on this one, we're going to read this little section here, so we're going to put in an amount of $250 a month. Okay, so $250. The interest rate is going to be 6.2%, and here you have to be careful, and you have to type in 6.2% and put the percent sign in there, okay, to format it as percent. Or, okay, let me turn this back into a number. So notice that 6.2% is really 0.062, so it's like that number there. So I could type in that number, 0.062 at 6.2%. To format it as percent, you're going to click this little format as percent sign up here, and we're going to add 2 decimals, maybe. Okay, sometimes we tell you exactly how this needs to be formatted. For money here, we're going to, I don't really like this formatting, so we're going to format it as currency, which is right here. This dollar sign is the accounting. I don't really like that one as much. We're going to format that as dollar. N is the number of times per year we're making contributions. Okay, and this is a monthly contribution. So here we're going to have 12. And then we're leaving this money in here for 7 years, right? So this would be 7. Okay, so you want to read this and sort of match up what the P, N, T, and R is to this text, and then sort of look for those various pieces here, and then just write down the right values here. Same thing, you know, if you could go back and redo this one here and try that same thing again. Okay, and here we're just going to put in this formula now. So formulas start with an equal sign, okay? And we're going to type in exactly this formula, but not using these letters, but using these values, and we're going to use cell references. So I could type in the cell reference. This is A29, so I could type in A29, and then times, and I don't really need to capitalize the A here. You'll see in a minute it's going to become capital. Could do it that way, or I could just click. I can just click here, right, and that gives me A29. I know you can't actually see me click. Now you got to type in the parentheses, and we need every parentheses. We need both those parentheses. 1 plus, and I have R divided by N. Okay, and you see times is the asterisk divides that little slash symbol. Exponents is this little hat. Okay, you need these parentheses here. Again, I'm just clicking in times T, and you can see them become color coded as I use them, right? And then -1, and we need that parentheses, and then over, right? And then we do what? R over N again, so R divided by N, like that. Okay, and you have your formula there, right? And so again, if I click on that cell, I can see the whole formula up there. If I click in here, I can see the color-coded pieces, right? And this is what we mean when we say use formulas. So this is now a formula. And if I went to change any of this, suppose I put in $500 a month, right? I can change that, and this will change automatically, right? That's the point. I can change any of these parameters, and this calculated value will change automatically. That's how the sheet should behave. So these should be formulas. They should be using cell references to the parameters. And generally, these parameters should be formatted correctly. And usually we tell you how to format. And there is, on the major assignment, some amount of points dedicated to formatting as we tell you to do it, right? So you have to follow the rules we set out. That's part of the game. Anyway, hopefully this gets you started. So there's an example we give you in the sheet. This video went through this example, and I think you should be able to do these next two examples. If you do this sheet and you do it correctly, you're pretty well set to get started in the rest of the class. Thanks, I hope this helped.